Day 2 already. Today's focus of this practice are your hip flexors. They are attached to your legs, your hips, part of your low back, and their job is to move your leg closer to your chest. You are using your hip flexors a lot, like sitting, running, cycling, surfing, the list is long. So you're giving your hip flexors a lot of opportunity to make them short. If they become chronically too short or too tight, they can bring your low back into problems, probably overarching, lots of tension in your low back. There are different variations of this. I don't want to get too much into detail. So here in this class, we are going to stretch your hip flexors, lengthen them. And as I said yesterday, today's class, we slow down, we hold the postures longer and focus on optimal alignment and protection of the joints before you start to pull, like I say, on your muscles. We don't want to just pull on meat. We want to provide the perfect conditions for your muscles to slowly release. Yeah, so listen closely to the instructions, and here we go. You will need 2 blocks today and your mat, and pretty much that's it. So come to standing today. We'll start standing up. Let's move with breath a little bit at first. Bring your arms to the side, and with an inhalation, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, lower them forward and to the side behind you. Reach the arms up in front of you, and then in front and to the back. 2 more times, in front of you and up, in front of you and back. 1 more time. On the next time, you keep your knees bent, and this time bow forward. Even if you have super long hamstrings, let's keep them bent for now. Step your left leg back and lower the knee down to the floor. You can put something underneath your knees if you have sensitive ones. Bring your hands to your hips. So the hip wants to open in this direction, which will not allow you to get into all your hip flexors. So make sure your hips stay square by moving your left hip forward. All right. So the action required, you have to pull your left knee towards the front. This will bring some firmness, the protective tone into your hip flexors. Good. And then tilt your pelvis in this direction and lift your low belly. So that's the protection of the low back. And now with these 2 actions still in place, start bending your front knee more. On an inhale, focus on dragging your left knee forward. On an exhale, tilt your pelvis in a way that your top of your pelvis moves backwards. And shift your weight back. We'll sink in 1 more time. Drag your left knee forward as you move your pelvis in this direction. Sink deeper into your front knee. I will also refer to this sometimes as tucking your tailbone. If you practice yoga, you probably heard this term before. Come back out, and then 1 more time. You keep dragging your left knee forward. Tuck your tailbone and sink a little deeper. Inhale, drag the left knee forward. Tailbone tuck, sink a little deeper. Now just make your spine longer, like try to move your ribcage away from your own hips and reach your left arm up. And release. Keep your hand onto your front knee. And then use that to step forward, keeping your knees bent. And just be in this neutral position for a brief moment. Inhale, reach your arms up. Straight legs. Bend your knees. Bow forward. Keep your knees bent. Take your left leg back. Lower down your right knee. Place your left hand onto your left knee. Right outer hip comes forward so your hips are square. In the beginning, it might be a lot of instructions and overwhelming. If you keep doing this again and again, you will get more familiar with it. Pull your right knee forward. Hip flexors are firm and protected. Tilt your pelvis forward, that's the tailbone tuck. Low back is safe. Every time you exhale, you tuck your tailbone first and you bend your front knee at the same time. Then inhale, right knee forward. Exhale as the tailbone tucks, sink a little deeper into your front knee. And then reach your right arm up and try to move your rib cage just away from your hips. Don't even think back, just up, making room and space. And come on out, place your hands onto your front knee, shift your hips back. Use the hand on the knee to step forward. Knees are bent, hip joints flexed slightly, and just be in this neutral position. Inhale, reach your arms up, straight legs. Exhale, arms back, lift your chest a little bit. Inhale, arms forward and up. And bend your knees, hands down to the floor. So now we will repeat this, but this time the leg is straight. If at any time that gets too difficult, just lower down your knee again. You can put a block underneath your knee that can help. Gives you a little bit more height. So now the hips come up a little higher. Make sure the hips are square again. Firm your legs a lot, specifically this one. Yeah, so the knee does not bend at all. Lean a little bit forward. And then again, you tuck your tailbone so the pelvis goes this way as you bend your knee more. Back off a little bit. Scoop your tailbone. Low belly is strong. Sink a little deeper. Back off a tiny bit. Scoop again. Make sure your back leg is still straight as you sink a little deeper. And then you use your right hand on your thigh to move your rib cage again away from your own hips and reach up. Then this time lower the hand down to the floor, lower down your knee, drag the knee slightly forward and twist towards your right. Fingertips onto the floor, step forward with your knees bent. Hands onto your knees, stay in this 90-degree position. Keep your spine neutral and breathe. Come on up to standing. Reach your arms up. Exhale, arms down. Arms up. Bow forward with your knees bent. Step your right leg back. If you're a little tighter, again, shorter stand can help. Keep your back leg super straight so you engage your quads to make sure that it stays straight, because it wants to bend when you start stretching the hip flexors. And then pull your move your tailbone forward and pull your low belly in and sink a little deeper. Lift back up a little bit, re-strengthen your right leg, scoop your tailbone, sink deeper. Do that one more time, back off a tiny bit, right leg all the way straight, tailbone tucks, sink a little deeper. Yeah, when you work this way, yes, you become more flexible, but also stronger in your joints. All muscle fibers. Reach your arm up, right arm up. Use your left hand, push into your thigh to reach up higher. So healthy joints need to be stable and flexible at the same time. And lower the hand down. Step forward. Oh, I forgot the twist. Lower the knee down. And twist towards your left side. Now step forward. Stay in the 90-degree angle. Hands to your hips. And inhale, come on all the way up to standing. Reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, arms down to the side and back. One more time. So now, on this one, when you're in your 50s, you know, knee down. 2 blocks. If you're new to this, or if you have very tight hips and you already know, I would say use 1 block to get used to this whole thing, or let your body get used to all this. Make the stance short enough so that the knee is right over your ankle, so you're not somewhere back here. There. Keep the toes curled under back here, and then once again you move your right hip further forward. Everything we've done so far we will do here again. Drag your right knee forward. Move your pelvis. Back body comes down, front body rises in this direction as you start sinking into your front knee. So you can close the knee joint here. So you kind of hang out a little bit on top of your calf. And then start to curl your torso up and back, up and back. I continuously draw my right knee forward so there is some firmness. The back body will firm here by itself just because of the position. Keep your front knee bent deeply and then reach both arms up towards the sky. Place your hands onto your front knee, shift your hips back. Release. Switch. So again, a little shorter stand, otherwise you can't close your knee joint. So here too, the foot wants to be more to the midline. Make sure that the heel is in line with the center of your butt. There. This will make sure that you find all the hip flexor tissue this way the hip flexor tissue, all of it will be stretched. There. Hand onto your knee, other hand to your hip. Square your hips. Drag your knee forward. Move your pelvis in a way that the tailbone comes forward and the low belly rises. Then close your front knee more. Inhale, drag your left knee forward. Exhale, tilt your pelvis. Sink a little deeper. So now this is done, and at least in my body here. Now I get busy, spine long, and then you curl back. So when you curl back, always up first, and then a little further back. Lift your chest, curl back more. So it's about the hip flex, so you don't have to let your head hang too much. So you can breathe with ease. And then reach the arms towards the crown of your head, wherever it's pointing at right now. Bring your hands back in, hands onto your hips, and then shift your hips back first. Take a breath. And lower down. All right, now lay down on your back for a moment and grab one of your blocks. One more. This one is nice. You can put this into your toolbox if you're like too lazy for anything else to do, but you need a good hip flexor release. Do this one. Put the block underneath the sacrum is like right in the center of your butt. Push your elbows here into the floor. Move your shoulder blades towards each other. Chest is lifted. And then straighten out your left leg. That's it. Yeah, so it's more like a release, not a massive stretch. You could put 2 blocks underneath if you need more intensity. So the muscles of my left leg are firm. And I'm still here tilting the pelvis, just not as much as you did in the first position, just a tiny bit, or the previous position. Bend your left leg, extend your right. On an inhale, focus on engaging the muscles around the leg, the right leg. And on an exhale, a mild tilt of the pelvis. Mostly pulling the belly button in so there's strength around the core. Bend the leg again. Remove the block. Scoot your hips a little bit to the right, arms to the sides, and the twist feels nice on the low back now. You can pull the knees in closer and place your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Try to keep your legs somewhat firm. Put some effort into turning your chest towards your right. Back to the center. Shift your hips first towards the left, knees towards the right. Try moving the knees closer to your right arm. Place your hand onto the outer thigh, some firmness in the legs, and then actively rotate your rib cage towards the left. Use the inhale to turn your rib cage and the exhale to push the left knee a little bit closer towards the floor. Don't be too forceful on that one, just a little support. Come on back towards the center. Heels of your hands. Push into the hip crease to make your low back a little bit more spacious. Release, let your hands be on your low belly and let your knees drop into each other, or at least towards each other. Close your eyes for a moment. Deep breath in. Shift your hips to the right, roll to the sides. Please join your hands. Thanks for taking care of yourself. I will see you tomorrow for a flow practice. Namaste.